See, the thing is, for Ricky Hatton, Floyd was the nice guy, okay? That's the bottom line. For Marquez, it was no good being antsy and nasty, and Mosley was no good being nasty. He knows he can get inside, he thinks he can get inside this kid's head because he's only a boy, he's only a 24-year-old kid.
Does he look big there to you, Steve?
It's hard to tell. He certainly doesn't look small. He looks like a big welter. If you ask him what he is, he looks like a big welter. And he doesn't look like, I mean, if most people put on 17 pounds, you'd know about it. But they don't. His fighters put it on all over him, but it doesn't just come like an instant little pregnant belly with it. No, he still looks sharp, he still looks fine, he doesn't look like he's carrying weight. Morales early on.
He looks very hydrated though. He looks very hydrated. You can see him sweating, he's not dry. Nice. And he looks a lot very
We had a tweet earlier that came in, Steve, didn't we? Was it Ryan tweeted in, asking us, for Amir really, are you looking at Floyd as a future opponent in this fight? Are you looking at Victor Ortiz as an opponent down the line? Would you be interested in fighting Ortiz if he lost this fight?
I'd fight anyone. I mean, you know, I'd love to fight Floyd Mayweather, that's my ambition. And I fought Victor in the amateurs and I stopped him in the second round. And you know, as a pro fight, I think that's got a good storyline. And if me and Victor met in the pro ranks, I think it'd be a huge fight as well.
What did you learn about Victor in that amateur contest? And is there anything we can take from that which gives us an idea, hope, or maybe hope's to maybe unfair, but
the reason I'm favouring Mayweather in this fight is because if you dishearten Victor Ortiz in the early rounds, he falls to pieces. And that's what Maidana did, and that's what I did when I fought him. And if Mayweather does that and starts off quick in the early rounds, I think he'll probably
stop him. Which is why I think we'll see, Duke. I think this is why I think we'll see an un-Mayweather-like performance. I think we'll see him going over his front foot. I think we'll see him being aggressive because he knows. I mean, he can, listen, let's get it right. Mayweather can win this fight if he goes 12 rounds and lands 10 punches around because the other guy won't touch him. But I'm convinced, I don't know about you and me, I don't know about you, Duke, I'm convinced Mayweather's going to go for it here.
I think he's got a lot to show because it's the first time Mayweather's fighting someone young and explosive because normally you see the last few fights, Marquez, Mosley, I mean, they weren't in the prime. This is the first guy he's fighting who's in his prime.
I don't see Mayweather going for the fight. I just think he does his normal thing. I think he frustrates. I think he will demoralise him. I think he picks his single punches and just slowly picks and picks. Mayweather's greatest asset to me is his patience. Yeah, but he will not rush any fight.
Unlike other fights, he's talked about going for it, knockouts, clean knockouts, quick knockouts. He doesn't do that, Duke.
Yeah, but don't you think he's doing the same thing David Haye did? Yeah, spoke a great fight. You know, talked up a great fight, got everybody interested, got everybody watching, and then he will do what he does best.
And fighting a big puncher, you know, if he wants to put pressure on a big puncher like that, and he might get caught with one, we've seen it in the Mosley fight when he was rocked.
In the second round?
In the second round now.
Would Ortiz let him off if he hurt him, just like Mosley?
No, never. I mean, I spoke to Ortiz about a month ago and he was saying to me, like, if he hits him clean with a good shot, he's going to throw a lot of shots just to take him out.
And I know that Benny was talking earlier on about how many men he's dropped, but he's dropped. I know he's dropped a lot of guys that you're meant to drop, but you know what I mean by that. So do you, Duke. But he's also dropped a lot of good fighters. He may have been dropped himself, but he has dropped a lot of good fighters. So we know he can bang, but we know he can also get here.
Sure. But you just don't see Mayweather getting hit though. No. He just, as Mayweather said before, 41 guys have tried to land a clean shot on him. Nobody's managed to deck him. Yeah. So
But he's young. He's a southpaw. He fancies it. We've already established he's not making 10 times what he made for his last fight when he beat Berto. He's making, we think, 20 times what he made. He's going to go for it.
It's a big payday fight, and if Ortiz wins this fight, I mean, sky's the limit.
Imagine the rematch. The rematch alone is going to make him 15, 10, 12 million.
Exactly, and I think looking at him there, he looks ready. He looks focused.
He's more than ready, isn't he?
Yeah, it's the biggest fight of his lifetime. He has to grab it with both hands.
I wonder, Amir, a few tweets are coming in again. Glenn wants us to ask, did you really mean when you thought Floyd was scared of you? And what does this fight do for Floyd's resume? Do you see Floyd as having a better resume than Manny Pacquiao if he wins this fight? Whose CV looks better?
In my eyes, Manny Pacquiao's CV looks better. He's fighting the much dangerous opponents and fighting them at a lot earlier age. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from Floyd Mayweather. He's a great fighter, and I mean, we have a bit of banter. He said to me, I should fight one of his guys who would beat me, Jesse Vargas, who we just saw earlier. And when we put the fight to him to fight me, he didn't want to fight me. He said no. So I kind of, said he's scared, so I didn't call him a chicken.
If you want Floyd now, I think we've seen, if Vargas is all that stands between you and Floyd, I think we've seen, actually, that fight is barely going to be competitive on what we've seen tonight. So.
Don't you think that Pacquiao's record is flawed against Mayweather's, though, seeing as he's got a couple of defeats and he's been knocked out?
Well, you know, Manny's been in there, he's tasted defeat.
Yeah.
Floyd's not tasted defeat now.
Yeah.
How will he come back from a defeat if he ever did get beat? You know, a lot of fighters kind of retire and never come back in. So I think Manny's tasted the worst bit and he's come back from that strong.
And I'll tell you one of the things that's coming out a lot in the emails, and I hope we get a chance to read some of them out, because I've got hundreds of them here. What's coming out a lot is the Bunty. People keep saying Floyd's undefeated. Listen, watch the Castillo fight. He lost the first Castillo fight. People are talking. That's why they're saying Duran will beat him, because Duran's a much better fighter than Castillo. Listen, I thought it was tight like that. It could have gone either way.
What do you make of this idea, Steve, that Floyd handpicks opponents to suit him?
Hey, listen, he handpicks opponents to suit everybody. He's got to satisfy HBO. He's got to get the correct numbers in. We talked earlier on that the pay-per-view numbers for this fight will take him over $420 million, maybe as much as $500 million in pay-per-view total for what will be 8 fights. So he's choosing the right guys. Marquez, you know, he's a legend, Marquez. Mosley, he's a legend. Hatton was unbeaten and took 30,000 people over there. Okay, sure, he's hand-picking them, but there's only a couple of instances where he should have gone elsewhere. And one of them is the Costa Tszyu fight when he fought Gatti, when he could have fought Costa Tszyu at Costa Tszyu's peak. Okay, that was one that happened. And perhaps he could have fought maybe Hatton a year and a half earlier. Not saying the fight didn't differently, but perhaps he could. He's hand-picking them, but you know what? The public are liking it. And this guy, he's a world champion. He's not hand-picked some bum from Mexico.
Okay, guys, we're going to go over to Vegas. Before we do, let's go quickly around the table and let's get our picks for a winner and how it finishes. Amir, first of all.
My money's on Floyd Mayweather. I think a late stoppage or a 12-round unanimous decision.
Duke?
Yeah, a wide points decision for Mayweather.
Steve?
I'm going for Floyd inside 7 rounds.
Okay, let's get across to Las Vegas. Let's join the ring walks. Our MC is Michael Buffer. Our commentary team is Wayne McCulloch and Benny Ricardo.
It's that time, baby. Hard work, dedication. Let's get it.
It's music.
Let's get it.
We gotta wait till we get to the we gotta wait till we get to the what's name.
Let's get it, baby. Let's go. No worry. Yes, sir.
They gotta start his musical.
Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Mayweather Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions are proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Welterweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Cerase Kangarakta Tecate, DeWalt Power Tools, new 20-volt max lithium ion system, AT&T. Get it faster with AT&T. Rethink possible. Southwest Airlines, fly Southwest. It's the right call. And Cancun Tourism, discover paradise. This bout is sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman Bill Brady, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, and the World Boxing Council President and Supervisor for this contest tonight, Jose Suleiman. At ringside, the three